What's going on YouTube? It's Unger to the Max here, and a salute to you, and a chomp chomp to you, because this is a Florida Gators live stream, as the Florida Gators get set to are taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. So it's a battle of the number 9 team against the number 7 team, and it's 3rd-and-1 for Georgia now, and they run it. And they get the first down. So first down for Georgia. Unfortunately, I don't have any Florida gear with me, but I'm wearing all blue. But a quick weekend recap. So, let's see. Where to start? Oh, I know. Hey, what's up, Nick? So, Ohio State went to Purdue, and the Boilermakers absolutely crushed them. I mean, Purdue is my favorite Big Ten West team. You know my favorite team in the Big Ten. That's Penn State. Georgia runs for another first down. But my favorite team in all of college football? The Florida Gators. That's because my uncle went to Florida and his son became a huge Florida Gators fan. And that just all rubbed off on me. So I became a huge Florida Gators fan. So Lee Corso picked the Gators to win this game. So hopefully he's right. But Georgia is now at the 50-yard line. And they hand it off. So I'm not going to say that. I don't like the Rams. Oh, I forgot. My apologies. I have not made an NFL predictions video in the last couple weeks. So during this video, I will do that super quick. Even though this is a Florida Gators live stream, I will give you my quick NFL prediction. My quick predictions. No, get him! Get him! Pushed him out of bounds. First down Georgia, yay. Wait a minute, no, boo. Okay, so here are the games for week 9 of NFL. Eagles at Jaguars. Well, Eagles at Jaguars because the game's in London. Ravens, Panthers. Jets at Bears. Buccaneers at Bengals. Seahawks at Lions. Broncos, Chiefs. Washington at Giants. Again, I will not say the team name for Washington. I just think that logo, the name and logo are way too offensive. Browns at Steelers. Quick note, the Browns are 2-17 at Heinz Field since returning to Cleveland in 1999. Colts at Raiders. Oakland, 1-5 start. Tied for the worst start by a Gruden coach team. The reason I don't like the Rams is because I like the Seahawks. And the Seahawks and Rams are major divisional opponents. So, I'm sorry, but I don't like the Rams. Anyway, 49ers at Cardinals. The Cardinals have won 7 straight games against the 49ers. Packers at Rams. First Cal Berkeley quarterback matchup in the NFL since 1983. Saints at Vikings. It's a rematch of the Minneapolis Miracle divisional playoff game. And the Monday night game is Patriots at Bills. Tom Brady, 28-3 career record against the Buffalo Bills. So let's start with the top. Eagles at Jaguars. Eagles do not look like the defending Super Bowl champions. I mean, they had a lead last week against Carolina, and the Panthers were able to come back and win. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, Blake Bortles got benched last week, and he did not look good. Oh, the Bears are... I'll get to the Bears in a minute when I talk about the Jets, their game against the Jets. But remember, overall, this is a Florida Gators live stream, so... yeah, I'm going to briefly talk about these NFL games. Actually, I'll just mix this. So this is going to be a Florida Gators live stream and an NFL predictions live stream. as well as a weekend recap. So kind of 3 videos in one. So just before I get to the NFL prediction, let me just say this. Last week, the Buckeyes, who are my least favorite team in all of college football, the Ohio State Buckeyes, went to Purdue, my favorite team in the Big Ten West. Not my favorite team overall in the Big Ten, because my favorite team overall in the Big Ten is Penn State. But anyway, so Ohio State went to Purdue and got smashed 49-20. So that was good. Let's see. Washington State upset Oregon. That's where ESPN College Game Day was last week. Trying to think, what other big college football games happened last week? Let me check my ESPN app here. So let me see. Second down. Meanwhile, for Georgia, it is 2nd down and 6, and they are deep in Florida territory. Come on, Gators, let's stop them. Oh. Let's see. Iowa's up 2-0 against Georgia, or against Penn State, in Penn State. So it's 3rd down and 3 for Georgia. Let's see. Let's see if I can find scores from last week. Okay, week 8. Let's see. For the top 25, Purdue beat Ohio State 49-20. Michigan beat Michigan State 21-7. Let's see. Temple beat number 20 Cincinnati 24-17. Let's see other big games that matter. LSU beat Mississippi State 19-3. They've got Alabama next. I want LSU to win that game because I hate Alabama. They are my least favorite team in all of college football. Let's see, any other big games? Like I said, Washington State beat Oregon. Then in the NFL last week. Let's see, week 7. Let's see, big games. Let's see, Chargers beat the Titans by 1, 20-19. Unfortunately, the Patriots beat the Bears 38-31. It's unfortunate because it's the Patriots and they are the team I hate the most in all of the NFL. And the Bears are my second favorite team in all of the NFC. Third overall favorite team in all of the NFL. Kevin White was so close to scoring a touchdown. Let's see. Buccaneers beat the Browns in overtime 26-23 on a 59-yard field goal by Chandler Catanzaro. Texans beat the Jaguars 20-7. And as I said, Blake Bortles got benched in that game for Cody Kessler, the former Cleveland Brown. Panthers came back from, I believe they were down 14-0 or 17-0 in the fourth quarter to beat the Eagles in Philadelphia 21-17. Vikings beat the Jets 37-17. Lions beat the Dolphins 32-21. Colts beat the Bills 37-5. Washington beat Dallas 20-17. But Dallas did get Amari Cooper. Rams beat the 49ers 39-10. LA at San Francisco was going to be the original Sunday night game, but Bengals Chiefs got flexed, and that became Sunday Night Football. But it was no better because the Chiefs blew out the Bengals 45-10, and guess who the Cleveland Browns had to play next week at home? The Kansas City Chiefs. Yay! Well, and Florida holds Georgia, so it looks like Georgia will have to settle for a field goal. And Atlanta beat the Giants on Monday Night Football 23-20. So now for my predictions. So Eagles at Jaguars. Eagles are the better team. They don't have a quarterback problem. I think the Eagles win that game. Jets at Bears. I think the Bears are pissed off about last week, and they win. Seahawks at Lions. Georgia makes the field goal and takes a 3-0 lead. Yay. No. Seattle at Detroit. I'm going to say Detroit's been an up and down team. Like, they beat the Patriots and they beat the Packers, but I believe they lost to San Francisco. Not it. When San Francisco is as bad of a team as they are, you should not lose to them. So, because Detroit is so inconsistent, I'm going to say Detroit wins this game. Or, not Detroit, Seattle. Even though the game's in Detroit. Browns at Steelers. To me, even though I like the Browns, I say it was a complete and total fluke that they tied week 1. And I don't think it will be close. I think the Steelers run away with this game. Saints at Vikings. Rematch of Minneapolis Miracle. That's all anybody's going to be talking about. And Drew Brees is on fire. I mean, he just beat the Ravens, the last team he had needed to beat, to have won at least one game against all 32 teams. So, I'm going to say the Saints can go into Minnesota and beat the Vikings. Broncos at Chiefs. The Broncos gave the Chiefs all they could handle in Denver on Monday Night Football. But this game's in Kansas City. I think the Chiefs run away with this game. Washington at the Giants. The Giants are in complete and total shambles. I have no idea what they're doing anymore. They traded Eli Apple. They traded Damon Snacks Harrison. Washington wins this game. Tampa Bay at Cincinnati. This is going to be a sneaky good home game. Or a sneaky good game, I think. Tampa Bay at Cincinnati. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. And I think what makes the difference is that it's in Cincinnati. Bengals seem to play better at home than they do on the road, as most teams do. So I think Cincinnati wins this game, but it'll be close and high-scoring. Ravens at Panthers. I think this is going to be, even though the Panthers have a high-scoring offense, they haven't play the defense at the caliber of the Ravens. So I think they might struggle a little bit. But I think the Panthers can win this game. They have the more potent offense. Colts, Raiders. This is a game between two really bad teams. But somehow, the Colts are still in the race for the AFC South. But again, why the heck are the Colts in the AFC South? Indianapolis is not in the South. Move the Colts to the AFC North, move the Dolphins to the AFC South, and you move the Ravens to the AFC East. There you go. 49ers at Cardinals. I think Arizona wins this game. No particular reason why, I just did. Packers, Rams. Will this be the game where the Rams receive their first loss? No. I don't think the Packers defense is going to be able to stop the Rams. Patriots and Bills for Monday Night Football. Patriots are going to win. And now back to our regularly scheduled program between the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. As the Gators are currently losing 3-0 and nearly had a long touchdown pass. Oh, by the way, the Notre Dame Falcons, right here, Notre Dame College Falcons, just beat the University of Charleston Golden Eagles and are ranked number 14 in all Division II football, number 1 in their region, and now we are Mountain East Conference champions. So that's amazing. And for that to happen senior year is amazing. But I do have a question. Why is LSU ahead of Florida in the AP poll when the Gators beat LSU head to head? I don't understand it. As The Gators run for a first down. No! It's fumbled. No, no, no. Shoot. Ugh. Please tell me that did not just happen. No. No, no, no. Darn it. Dang. You gotta hold on to the ball, dude. Come on. It would have been a first down, man. Ugh. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Now Georgia has it 1st and 10, and they're close to their end zone. Ay, ay, ay. No, no, no. Let me guess. Georgia's about to score a darn touchdown. Well, the defense stops the running back, so there's that. But I don't understand. Why is LSU ahead of us in the standings? Can somebody explain that to me? Because I don't get it. Florida beat LSU head to head. So shouldn't that give us the edge over LSU? Or is it because LSU has played more ranked opponents and beaten them? And if that's the case, is it because they beat Auburn at Auburn and beat Miami? I mean, ugh. So it's 3rd down for Georgia. I mean, I'm definitely rooting for LSU next week because I hate Alabama. So, but I don't get it. I think I might have answered my own question, but I still don't get it. Do head-to-head matchups not matter anymore? Like, I think the Gators should be ahead of the Tigers. Even though LSU has beaten more ranked teams, I get that. But Miami has turned into nothing. Damn it. No! Touchdown, Georgia. Damn it. And it's 9-0, Georgia. Shit. Shit. Ugh. Well, good job capitalizing off the turnover, Georgia. Why? That's amazing. But it's like the AP poll, the committee who creates the poll, who decide the top 25, don't care about head-to-head. It was the same thing with TCU and Baylor a few years ago. I think it was like 2014 when the poll first came out. Baylor beat TCU head-to-head, but I think TCU finished ahead of Baylor in the standings. They were the first two out. Ohio State won that national championship against Oregon. Ohio State played Alabama and beat them in the Sugar Bowl. It was Jake Fromm to Jeremiah Holloman for 16 yards for a touchdown. Rodrigo Blankenship makes an extra point, and the Bulldogs lead the Gators 10-0. But, it's like the committee doesn't care about head-to-head, because, like I said, Baylor beat TCU head-to-head. Hey, Kings only 710. Thanks for dropping your like. But I don't get it. TCU, or Baylor beat TCU, I think. Or it might have been that TCU beat Baylor. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's that Baylor beat TCU. But the Horned Frogs still finished ahead of the Bears in the standings. And like I said, that's the year Ohio State would go on to win the national championship by beating Alabama in the Sugar Bowl and then beating Oregon in the national championship. But it doesn't make sense to me. I'm just disappointed about this game right now. Ugh. But still, even though LSU might have beaten more ranked opponents, those opponents aren't doing as well. Auburn is not Auburn. Yes, Auburn beat. No. Hi, Bobby. Yeah, but I don't get it. Why is LSU ahead of Florida? Because the ranked teams that LSU beat, they're not doing that well anymore. So again, why is LSU ahead of Florida? Is it just because LSU has beaten teams like Auburn, Miami, Mississippi State, Texas A&M? I don't know if they play Texas A&M actually. My bad. But if we can beat Georgia, we'll be ahead of LSU in the standing in the AP poll. So right now, Kentucky's actually winning the SEC East, which is very interesting. I mean, we did lose to Kentucky somehow in the swamp. So that's it. I think that's also part of the reason. But still, I'm very annoyed about it. Ugh, why are you showing a replay open again? Thanks. This is the most first quarter points allowed this season for Florida. So 1st and 10 for the Gators. Running back gets it, and that's a first down. Hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball, P. Ryan. Hold on to the ball. Do not fumble it. Do not fumble it. Yes, I'll be live streaming the entire game, but I think I'm going to do it like how they do it. First half and second half. Not straight through. Just to let you know. So, Gators run it again, and P. Ryan gets it just past the 40-yard line. Gator CHOMP. That's my Gator CHOMP. It's great to be a Florida Gator. LaMichael P. Ryan. October 16th against LSU. 17 rushes for 85 yards, but October 13th at Vanderbilt, he got 121 rushing yards. 2nd and 6. Pass. The pass was a little bit low, but the quarterback still got it out. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving as I think that's Felipe Franks at quarterback for the Gators. And it looks like we might be starting to find our rhythm a little bit. 3rd and 4. We've got to get points on this drive. We've got to get some sort of points. 3rd down conversions, 4 to 7 yards to go, 48.4%. Second in the SEC. We've got to get points on this drive. You can't punt it back to Georgia when they've already put up 10 points. Franks looks to pass. Nobody's open. Come on. Yes! First down, Florida! Who was that? Great play by Franks. Nobody was open. He moved around a little bit and goes, oh! There's a receiver open. I'll throw it to him. Great job. What a play. I can't tell who that is. But in college football, you only need 1 foot in bounds. Where, unlike in the NFL, where you need 2 feet in bounds. Franks runs it and gets some yardage, but not much. Oklahoma's up 10-0 against Kansas State. Iowa's beating Penn State 10-0 or 5-0 right now. Clemson destroyed Florida State 59-10. Ooh, Northwestern beat Wisconsin 31-17. So the Wildcats of Northwestern are actually leading the Big Ten West right now. Come on, Franks, Rose. No! Not again! You had a good drive going. Intercepted. Why, man? Come on, Felipe. You had a guy wide open short. Why did you try to make a long pass like that? Why? What did I say we needed to do on this drive? Score, get some sort of points. Don't just answer the touchdown drive by Georgia. Don't put our defense right back out on the field. But what happens? Get into Georgia territory. Then you get we got a little bit greedy, and the pass got intercepted. So now it's back to Georgia. Ugh. Well, this is embarrassing right now. But I'm still good. I'm still gonna live stream, no matter what. But this is bad right now. Oh. I still wish the NFL would change their overtime rules to be like college. To be the same way as college rules. Because the way the NFL does overtime now is stupid. Because number one, we've gotten like three ties or something this season, and I'm not saying that NFL overtime rules are stupid because the Browns have lost. And I'm not saying that the Brown overtime is stupid because the Browns are lost overtime. No, I'm saying that because it's just ridiculous. Like these guys have just played miscues, yay. The running back gets it. Frank, they go for the flicker, let me guess, intercept. Nope, just a missed deep pass. Then the running back gets it, runs for the first down, but what happens? Fumble! And then they go for the deep pass and intercept it. So a missed pass and Georgia has only passed it twice and rushed it 12 times. Rushed it for 58 yards, passed it for 21 yards. Don't get deceived by the red hair though. I am rooting for Florida. I got the red hair dye because I'm a diehard Cavs fan, and it was Cavaliers opening day, so I wanted to dye it. But I'm definitely still keeping it. So 2nd and 6 for Georgia. But seriously, the NFL needs to change their overtime rules. I'm not joking. Like, these guys will have just played 4 quarters of 12-minute football. That's like 48 minutes or so, approximately. You expect them to be able to play another 10 minutes? No, that's just stupid. Do it how the college football does it, where the teams line up at the 20 and try and score. That's how you should do it. I really don't know why the NFL is being so stubborn about it. So 3rd down 3. Come on, defense. 3rd down and 3. They have one running back in the backfield. And they run it. And no, Swift does not get there. And Georgia is not able to do anything with that Florida, with the interception, as there is an injured Bulldog down, number 71. So 2:22 left in the first quarter. It is the Georgia Bulldogs 10 and the Florida Gators nothing. That is number 71, offensive lineman, Andrew Thomas. I think it's his ankle. Oh, number 55 for Florida rolled up on the ankle. So that's not good. So it is 10-0 Florida, Georgia. And like they've taken advantage of turnovers and missed opportunities. We had Florida went for the flea flicker, and there was a wide receiver down in the middle, wide open, but Franks missed him. Then the running back for the Gators runs for the first down, but what happens? Fumble, and Georgia recovers. Turns it into a touchdown. Thankfully, this latest interception by Florida did not get turned into points by Georgia. It did not. But yeah. So I'm not sure what to think of the Big Ten though. If Michigan can go into Ohio State and beat the Buckeyes and then potentially win the Big Ten conference, they could be a playoff team. But I would have to say my top 4 are Alabama, number 1, unfortunately. Number 2, Clemson. Number 3, Notre Dame. And number 4, I'm going to say Michigan. I'm not going to say LSU. Nope, I'm not going to put LSU into the top 4 yet. I won't do it. Number 6, that's where I'll put LSU. Number 7, I would say Texas. Number 8, Number 8, I'm not sure. Let's see. Who would I put at number 8? Hawkeyes lead the Nittany Lions 12-0. Let's see. Who would I put at number 8? Let me look at my notes here. Ooh, go! Yes, come on, Florida. 10-0. Alright, no, that's not what I want. Well, that's not accurate anymore, because I still have Ohio State in my number 2 as my number 2 team. That doesn't make sense. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure who I would put as my number 8 team now. Oklahoma? Yeah, Oklahoma. Number 9, Georgia. Oh, I forgot to put Florida in there. Whoops. All right, number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Clemson. Number 3, Notre Dame. Number 4, Michigan. Number 5, yeah. Number 5, I don't know. I guess LSU. Yeah, but I want to put Florida up there. I'm tempted to put Florida there, actually. And then I'll put Florida at number 5. And then put LSU right behind them at 6. Then Texas at 7. Who would I put at number 8? Not Oklahoma. Oh, Emory Jones is playing quarterback for Florida now. Felipe Franks is benched. I'm not sure why. But that's the end of the first quarter, and the score is 10-0 in favor of Georgia. So my top teams right now. Number 1, Alabama, unfortunately, because I hate the Crimson Tide. Number 2, Clemson. Number 3, Notre Dame. Number 4, Michigan. Number 5, LSU. No, number 5, Florida. There we go. Number 6, LSU. Yeah, that's one of those rare times where I would put them right next to each other. Number 7, Texas. Number 8, not going to put Oklahoma there. Who would I put number 8? Which ranking? Like the current actual rankings, you mean? Or the rankings I'm giving? I don't know who I would put at my number 18. Franks, 3 of 5, 23 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Swift for Georgia, 6 rushes for 38 yards. Oh, you agree with mine? Yeah, so I'm not sure who my, let me see. Alright, I wish I could, like, write this. I wish I could write this in somehow, but I'm doing this on my iPad, so I don't think I can write it in. I don't think I can write it in right now, but, let me see. Alright. Let me see. I'm going to try and, as this game is going on, I'm going to try and come up with my own rankings. So number 1, Alabama, unfortunately. Number 2, Clemson. Clemson Tigers. Number 1, Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 3, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Number 4, Michigan Wolverines. Hang on, Michigan Wolverines. Number 5, Florida Gators. Number 6, LSU Tigers. Number 7, yay, touchdown, Penn State. Number 7, Texas Longhorns. Now, who do I put at number 8? Because I don't want to put Oklahoma there. Is this where... You know what? I'm going to put Washington here. Washington Huskies. Number 9, I'll go with Oklahoma Sooners. Number 10, I'll go with... I want it... This is where I'll put Georgia. Georgia Bulldogs. Number 11, this is where Ohio State goes. Oops, forgot to write Sooners. There we go. Alright, number 11. Ooh, first down Florida. Yeah, so number 10, Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, I'm excited. I want LSU to win that game because I hate Alabama. If you can't tell already. Number 11, this is where I'll put Ohio State. Ohio State Buckeyes. Number 12, do I go out on a limb and say Central Florida? What do you think? Should I put Central Florida at number 12? Felipe Franks is back at quarterback for Florida, by the way. But should I put Central Florida at number 12? Or should I put Washington? Is this where I should put Washington State? I don't know. And the other thing is, Wisconsin's going to fall out in my top 14. I'm not sure about my top 15 right now. But, let's see. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to put UCF Knights in at number 12. Number 13, I'm going to say Washington State Cougars. And number 14, okay, number 14 is where West Virginia will go. Mountaineers. Number 15. Should I put Michigan State in the top 15? I mean, they beat Purdue, who beat Ohio State last week. They also beat Penn State. Oh, come on, get it! No, knocked away. Good play by the Georgia defender, but come on, Franks, you gotta make that throw, dude. Who do I put at number 15? Not Wisconsin. Ugh. Why are you throwing into double coverage? That's good defense by Campbell and whoever number 20 is for Georgia. Alright, you'd see them at 20 and 25. Who would you put at top at number 15? I'll tell you, just a recap of who I have so far. Number 1, Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 2, Clemson Tigers. Number 3, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Number 4, Michigan Wolverines. Number 5, Florida Gators. Number 6, LSU Tigers. Number 7, Texas Longhorns. Number 8, Washington Huskies. Number 9, Oklahoma Sooners. Number 10, Georgia Bulldogs. Number 11, Ohio State Buckeyes. Bleh. Number 12, Central Florida Knights. 13, Washington State Cougars. Number 14, West Virginia Mountaineers. You would put Penn State or Iowa at 15? I don't know. That's a hard one. I'm not sure I can make a case for either one of them being in the top 15. How about anybody else in the anybody in the ACC? No. Oh, the only team out of the ACC is Clemson. Anybody else in the Pac-12? Besides Washington and Washington State? Maybe Oregon? Maybe. Do I put Should I put Oregon in the top 15? Penalty on the Gators makes it 2nd and 16. Penalties. Game this season, 2nd most in the SEC. But seriously, should I put it's a run, 2nd and 16, doesn't get much. But the Florida needs to frickin' score here. I'm not sure who would put it number 15. I'm thinking Oregon, but I'm not sure. But I don't know. So 10-0. We need to score points. Last season against Georgia, 3 of 14 on 3rd down conversions. Today, 3 of 4. However, that has currently turned into no points. 11 minutes left. 3rd down and 8. If I had to guess, Georgia's bringing pressure. Frank's up the middle. Oh, almost a 1st down. Almost. So 4th down. So, if you're Dan Mullen, hold on, Gators are going for it. Come on, come on, Florida. We've gotta get points. Come on, Franks. Throw it. No. Yes, penalty. There you go. It's gonna be on Georgia for either defensive holding or pass interference. Thank you. Let's see. Pass interference on Georgia. 1st down, Florida. There you go. Pass interference on the linebacker number 44, Jawan Taylor. So 1st down for Georgia. Whoops. My mistake. 1st down for Florida. Both teams are 6-1 on the season. That's their first. Yeah, the Gators are my favorite team overall in college football. Yeah, because my uncle went to Florida and my cousin likes Florida, so I just naturally like Florida. Even though my dad likes Ohio State, oh, so close! Come on, we're right on the goal stop. Even though my dad went to Ohio State and my sister went to Michigan, neither one of those schools are my favorite team in the Big Ten. My favorite team in the Big Ten is Penn State. And I'm still disappointed about that Ohio State Penn State whiteout game. Come on, touchdown Florida! Let's go! Boom! There you go, Franks. That's what you gotta do. You gotta answer. 14 plays, 76 yards, 704. There you go. That's now you're showing Georgia that you're not just quitting on the game. Ooh, 12-7 Iowa. Iowa is ranked 18th in the country. Penn State is ranked 17th, and it's 2nd and 10 for Penn State. I'll check in. Oh, that was such a key drive early in this game. It shows Georgia that you're not just gonna quit. I think last year Florida pretty much quit, and Georgia was able to run away with the game. But this year, the Gators have a new swagger about them. I'm not told. Dan Mullen has brought this new energy to the Gators that I love, and this new style of offense and an aggressive defense. But sometimes I am concerned if it's a little bit too aggressive. Who are all my favorite teams in college football? Okay, I'll go by conference. SEC, it's an overall favorite team in college football, Florida. ACC, Clemson, I guess. Big 12, West Virginia. I'm not sure in the Pac-12. Big 10, Penn State. Yeah. But on the Division II level, my favorite team, my school, the Mountain East Conference champions, Notre Dame College Falcons, who barely won the game today against the University of Charleston Golden Eagles. Not Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, West Virginia. So yes. So those are my favorite teams. So Alabama, or not Alabama, no, I hate Alabama. Florida, Clemson, West Virginia. Oh, and NBA, my favorite team overall, and my favorite team in the history of all teams are the Cavaliers. I am a diehard Cleveland Cavaliers fan to the end. Even though LeBron James is no longer with us, hold on, the remaining undefeated teams: Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, UCF, USF. 8-0, 8-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0. So, just that. But my favorite team in the NBA, by far, are the Cavaliers. Even if I were to move to, like, Atlanta or something, I wouldn't become a Hawks fan. No, I am a diehard Cavaliers fan to the end. But, I also like the Timberwolves because wolves are one of my favorite animals, and I love the name Timberwolves. I also like the Miami Heat because I love their arena, and yeah, Houston Rockets. I like in order: the Cavaliers, Wolves, Cleveland Cavaliers, Minnesota Timberwolves, Miami Heat, Houston Rockets, Toronto Raptors, and the Phoenix Suns. Then in the NFL, it goes Seahawks, Chargers, Bears, Jaguars, Saints, Browns. And then in baseball, it goes Cubs, Royals, actually. Yeah. That's a secret I've been holding. The Royals have always been my favorite American League team. I've always, yeah, it goes Cubs, Royals, Rockies, Mariners, Braves, Yankees, Padres, Indians. So, yes, I do like a lot of teams, but, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with liking more than one team. I see nothing wrong with it. So 10-0 Florida. Or the Gators do have more total yards, 128 to 85. They throw a quick pass out to the left, and there is nothing there. But I see nothing wrong with liking more than one team. Do you? The one team I will never like in the NBA, though, are the Golden State Warriors. Ugh. No. I ought to wash my mouth out with soap after saying that name. But in the AFC West, I would say the team I hate the most, Kansas City Chiefs. AFC South, the team I hate the most, or dislike the most, ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know in the AFC South. AFC North, I guess I would say Cincinnati. I don't know. I respect the heck out of the Steelers, though. And I respect the Ravens. Actually, one of my favorite players of all time played for the Ravens, Ray Lewis. You want it? Hey, Grizzy, you ought to subscribe to the channel, man. Just a suggestion. But let me tell you why I like the NFL teams I mentioned. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Thanks. But let me tell you why I like the NFL teams I do. Seattle, starting with the Seahawks, I'm not sure why. I've just always loved the Seahawks. Blue is one of my favorite colors, as you can see. And I don't know. I love the name Seahawks. I love their logo. Yeah. So that's why I like the Seahawks. The reason I like the Chargers is because my favorite player of all time played for them, LaDainian Tomlinson. I used to have a LaDainian Tomlinson jersey, but I must have gotten rid of it because I haven't seen it in 5 or 6 years, maybe 7. The reason I like the Bears is because Brian Urlacher, who is another one of my favorite players of all time, played for them. The reason I like the Jaguars, my second favorite player of all time, played for them, Maurice Jones-Drew. Notice that my 2 favorite players of all time are running backs. And the reason I like the Saints, well, first off, is because of the story with Hurricane Katrina and how the city fought to keep the Saints in New Orleans. There was thought that the Saints might move to San Antonio or another city. But no, they are still in New Orleans. That was weird. And then, so their story, and also Drew Brees is another one of my favorite players of all time. And the reason I like the Browns is because I live in Cleveland. No other reason than that. But I support the Browns. You know, I post Browns videos. And I've done Browns previews with other YouTubers. Shout out to Gangrene David and Engraven Vids. But yeah. And I'll continue to support the Browns. But that doesn't mean they're necessarily my favorite team. Holding on Georgia. Penalty is declined. And I believe it's 4th down. Yeah. Yeah. So, unfortunately, I will not be able to do a live stream for Browns Steelers tomorrow because I will be doing college homework and all that. College life. So, yeah. But next week, like, I'll be posting in-game footage from Chiefs Browns, which I don't expect that to be a close game at all. I don't see how the Browns defense is going to be able to cover Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, Patrick Mahomes. I'm not sure. And then the week after that, the Browns had to play the Falcons. Matt Ryan's starting to figure it out. Plus, you got Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Tevin Coleman, Falcons have a potent offense, so I'm not sure how the Browns are going to contain that. Now, the one thing is Denzel Ward, the number 4 overall pick in the draft, he seems to do better against receivers that are fast. So I think he has a favorable matchup in Antonio Brown this week. He did a pretty good job shutting down Antonio Brown week 1 in Cleveland when in the game which ended in a tie. So I think that could be a favorable matchup for the Browns. But I'm just not sure the Browns have enough on offense to keep up with the Steelers. Even though Le'Veon Bell will be there still because of that whole issue in the contract holdout and all that. Even though Le'Veon Bell, even though there's all that, I still don't think the Browns have enough to keep up with the Steelers because Connor's playing really well. Vance McDonald's playing decent for the Steelers now. You got Juju Smith-Schuster on one side and Antonio Brown on the other. And Roethlisberger, I couldn't tell you the last time Roethlisberger lost to the Browns in Pittsburgh or in general. I couldn't tell you. So, yeah. So it's 1st and 10 for the Florida Gators. Only down 3. Huh. Huh. Oh, Trace McSorley had to went into the blue tent. Ugh. So, I just learned that Felipe Franks and the Florida wide receivers played Uno for like 2 hours before the game. So 2nd and 9. Florida got on the board with a touchdown. So let's see if Georgia can respond. Georgia's defense can stop the Gators because Georgia needed to respond with a touchdown or points. Needed to respond and they did not. So Georgia's defense has to try and stop Florida now. 2nd and 9. Franks fakes the handoff. Nope, they pitch it. And who is that? That is P. Ryan again. And it's close to a first down. Very interesting play. Let me see if I can show you. Very interesting. I tried to show you a little bit. I don't think I'm going to show you a lot of game footage, but wanted to show that. But, yeah. So they're playing this game in Jacksonville, which I love that it's a neutral site game. It doesn't give one team an advantage over the other by having home field. And it's in Jacksonville, which is close to, it's in Florida, but it's close to Georgia, and it's close to Florida, obviously. And it's at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida, home of the Jaguars. Jaguars are in disarray right now, losing 3 straight. They gave up 30 points to the Chiefs, gave up 40 points to the Cowboys, who now have Amari Cooper, and then gave up 20 points to the Texans. So, Blake Bortles got benched, but and Cody Kessler took over, but Bortles will be the starting quarterback for the Jaguars this week against the Eagles. Yeah. What happened to the Florida Gator, or what happened to the Jacksonville Jaguar, the Jacksonville Jaguars that beat the New England Patriots week 2 in Jacksonville? What happened to the Jacksonville Jaguars that dismantled the Pittsburgh Steelers twice last year in Pittsburgh? Now the Jaguars do get to play the Steelers again, but this time it will be in Jacksonville on Sunday Night Football. But I don't know. What happened to this Jaguars team? I don't know. And I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the end of the first half, and then I think I'll do to the end of the second half as well. Ooh, Northwestern upset Wisconsin 31-17. So I think Northwestern is actually winning the Big Ten West. I was going to say, if you like Bama, we were going to have some problems. Hey, Grizzy, who's your favorite college football team? I forgot to ask. Or what? Did you say you didn't have one because you don't want to be considered a bandwagon? Is that what you said? Come on, 3rd and 1. Tim Tebow there for Florida, one of the greatest quarterbacks in Florida history, I would say. Too bad his NFL career didn't do anything. Franks with a first down. There you go. First down, Florida. Yeah, diehard Gators fan. Yeah. So it was great when we destroyed Ohio State in both the college football national championship and then the college basketball national championship. Oh. The Dodgers are going to start Rich Hill in Game 4 of the World Series. That was a crazy game last night. Dodgers won it in the 18th inning. Max Muncy Hill walk-off home run. Gators try to run it, and Georgia says, "No, you cannot run it on us." So 7 minutes left in the first half. Here's the Aflac trivia question. 5 Heisman Trophy winners have played for these two teams. Who is the only player with a losing record in this series? I don't know. There's no way it's Tebow. Franks, 5 completions to 5 different receivers. 2nd and 9. Franks out to the flat. So 3rd down for Florida. Third and 4. Like I said, I'm going to the end of the first half, and then I'll be back for the second half. 4 for 6 on 3rd downs, and the average yards to go, 4.7. So 3rd and 4. Just a little bit before midfield. And Georgia calls a timeout. So that's their first timeout of the half. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. And they will take a commercial break. So with 6:01 left in the first half, it is the Georgia Bulldogs 10, the Florida Gators 7, but the Gators are driving. So I'm also a big UFC fan. So let me talk about the UFC for a minute. So Daniel Cormier, so the original main event for UFC 230 was going to be for the vacant UFC Women's Flyweight Championship between Valentina Shevchenko and Sijara Eubanks. Now the reason for that is because Nico Montano, who won the inaugural women's flyweight belt at the Ultimate Fighter finale the night before UFC 218, she was scheduled to face Valentina Shevchenko. This was like the 3rd or 4th time this fight was going to happen. And Montano had to end up going to the hospital, so the fight didn't happen. and Montano got stripped. So then they made 7-3 Missouri over Kentucky, over number 12 Kentucky, I should say. So, and then the original main event for UFC 230 at Madison Square Garden was going to be Sijara Eubanks against Valentina. Hold on, I'll get back to that in a minute. 3rd down and 4. Frank's going empty. Why are you going empty backfield? I hate it when teams go up. Incomplete pass. I hate it when teams go empty backfield. It automatically signals to the defense, hey, we're going to pass it. Come get our quarterback. I mean, Georgia didn't sack Franks that time, but, that went, dude, you should have caught that. That went right through your hands. Really? Ugh. Well, we had to punt it. But back to what I was just saying about the UFC. So the main event was originally going to be Valentina Shevchenko against Sijara Eubanks for the flyweight belt. Well, that only happened because the UFC couldn't find a better belt or main event. Well, then Daniel Cormier stepped up on 3 weeks' notice, and he is now scheduled to face Derek Lewis, who just fought Alexander Volkov at UFC 229. So, yeah. But here's what I don't understand. Why is Derek Lewis getting the fight? There's a guy who is just heavyweight champion, had set the record for the most heavyweight title defenses, and should have gotten the championship rematch. Oh, what's that guy's name? Oh, I know, Stipe Miocic. Why did he not get a rematch against Cormier? What? Honestly, it was Cormier was pure. That was pure luck that Cormier was able to win that fight. I think it was because a punch went up like that, and they were in the clinch. So 2nd and 5. And Georgia is able to run for the first down. So 5 minutes left in the first half. Still 10-7 Georgia, unfortunately. But, yeah, so the new main event for UFC 230 is Daniel Cormier against Derek Lewis for the heavyweight belt. UFC 231 will be Max Holloway against Brian Ortega for the featherweight belt. Now, this fight was originally supposed to happen at UFC 226 when Miocic lost to Cormier. Oh, you think you have a chosen team? Who is it? Oh, they're measuring? Ooh, they're not giving him the first down. That's interesting. They are not giving him the first down, so it's 3rd and inches for Georgia. So, but that's my little UFC rant. So, yeah, UFC 231's main event will be Max Holloway against Brian Ortega. A fight that was originally going to happen at... Oh, that's why. His knee was down. As he's falling forward... Ugh. This is hard to... It's hard to say... But anyway, it's 3rd and inches, so Georgia should get this easily. But, yeah. So let's see. Third down and, yeah. It's obviously a run. No! No, sir! I was wrong. I thought Georgia's going to easily get this. I doubted my own team. Great job, Gators! There you go. And the Gators stop them, and Georgia has to punt. That type of play worked against LSU. What? Wait a minute. So you're choosing Oregon then, right, Grizzy? I'm confused. Well, Georgia stops him. But yeah, I'm a huge UFC fan. UFC is one of my favorite sports in all. Is like my second or third favorite sport. So the upcoming UFC pay-per-view schedule, you got UFC 230, Cormier against Lewis for the heavyweight belt. Um, from Madison Square Garden, UFC 231, Holloway against Ortega and Shevchenko against on Jacek for the featherweight belt between Holloway and Ortega and let's see. Holding on Florida, 1st and 10, somewhat close to the end zone. Well, that's great. Yeah. But you got UFC 230, Cormier against Lewis, UFC 231, Holloway against Ortega for the featherweight belt, and Shevchenko against Jon Jacek for the flyweight belt, and UFC 232, John Jones against Alexander Gustafsson 2 for the light heavyweight belt, and Chris Cyborg against Amanda Nunes for the featherweight belt. Yeah. Not sure about UFC 233 yet. But anyway, so 3:52 left. Florida ball. Number 9 Florida taking on number 7 Georgia on CBS, the home of Super Bowl 53. I wonder what type of crazy plays we'll see in Super Bowl 53. 150 yards for Florida, 95 for Georgia. That's total yards. And the Gators run it and get the first down. But thankfully, the running back's actually able to hold on to the ball that time. He didn't fumble it like he did the last time. So about 3:20 left in the first half. 17-7, North Texas leads Rice. 28-3, Utah State leads New Mexico in the Mountain West. Wake Forest beat Louisville 56-35. That's right, it's Louisville, not Louisville, or not Louisville, it's Louisville. And Michigan State beat Purdue. Nebraska beat Bethune-Cookman. That was a canceled game. Iowa State beat Texas Tech 40-31. Akron beat Central Michigan 17-10. UMass beat UConn 22-17. Army beat Eastern Michigan 37-22. Boise State and Air Force are going to play at 7 o'clock. So 2nd and 7, it's a direct snap. And that's close to a first down. So it's 3rd down for Florida now. 2:20. Just about 2 minutes left in the first half. Like I said, I'm going to go the whole first half. We've got to score on this drive. Even if it's a field goal to tie this game, we need points. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. 2 minutes left. Now we're under 2 minutes to go in the first half. 3rd and 1. And Franks is not the quarterback. The other guy is, and I don't know his name. 3rd and 1. That went horribly wrong. They tried to, I thought it was going to be a quarterback run, but at the last second, Jones tried to do a pitch behind, and it went horribly wrong, and the Gators nearly fumbled it. Jones tried to go back to, I think that's Scarlett, and number 10 for Georgia almost got his hand in there and recovered the ball for Georgia, but they did not. So the Gators will punt it. So 1 minute to go in the first half. Georgia 10, Florida 7. Yeah, even though Georgia or LSU might have beaten more ranked teams like Georgia, Auburn, and Miami, I still put the head-to-head ahead. I still say that because of the head-to-head factor, here's, again, you put Florida ahead. But here's the Aflac trivia question. 5 Heisman Trophy winners have played for these two teams. Who is the only player with a losing record in this series? Steve Spurrier is the answer at 1-2. Heisman Trophy winners in this series. Frank Sinkwich for Georgia, he went 2-1. Steve Spurrier, 1964 to 66, 1-2. Herschel Walker, 1980 to 82. Oh, I couldn't read all of it. Distance to the field goal target line for Georgia is 41 yards away. 50 seconds left. Go Gators. As they say at the University of Florida, it's great to be a Florida Gator. Yeah, it's great to be a Florida Gator. Go Gators. We can still win this game. It's only 10-7, and we got a whole nother half to go. Oh, Georgia, Iowa, and Penn State are tied 14-14. So, the previous play is under review because the ball might have touched a wire. I'm not sure what I don't know why that would make a difference if the ball hit a wire or not. But I guess it. But I've never heard of that. Of the ball maybe hitting a wire. I've never heard of that. The play is under review to see if the ball hit a wire. When was the last time you heard about that? That's funny. They had to, in Dallas at the Cowboys Stadium, or rather AT&T Stadium, they actually had to move the scoreboard up because kickers were hitting the scoreboard so many times. But seriously, I've never heard of this. That the play is under review. Well, you didn't miss a lot, but right now, the kickoff is under review to see if the ball hit a wire. Have you ever heard of that? Because I have not. Never have I heard of that. So, the headset is off. Oh, the ball hit the camera wire. So, they're going to replay the 4th down play. Yeah, that's what I was saying. What the? Yeah, I've never heard of this in my life. Geico halftime report is coming up on CBS. Like I said, I'm doing to the end of the first half, and then I'll do the second half. I love it. I love that this Georgia-Florida game is a neutral site game. I'm not saying all rivalry games should be neutral site. Like, I'm not saying Ohio State against Michigan should be a neutral site game at like Toledo or something, or that Alabama-Auburn should be I don't know how you can make Alabama-Auburn a neutral site game, but if you could, I'm not saying you should. But I love that with this rivalry, it is I love that it is a neutral site game. It doesn't give either team a legitimate home field advantage. Like, you look around the stadium, half blue and orange and half red and red and black, whatever color combination Georgia is. I think it's red and black, but it might be red and white. But yeah, again, and I'm not saying make Michigan State what's it called? A neutral site game. Again, I'm not sure how you would do that. Maybe for that you would play it at Ford Field where the Lions play. But again, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for this game, it works. Maybe college football should try that where you do a neutral site game between Michigan and Michigan State as Georgia gets a huge chunk of yardage and that's nada, and they get it up near the 50-yard line. But maybe they could try that. Like put Ohio State, Michigan at the Browns Stadium, or I don't know. I think the Buckeyes played a game at the Browns Stadium once. I want to say it could be a thing. Maybe you put Michigan State at the Ford Field in Detroit. I'm not sure how you would do Alabama, Auburn. Maybe put it in Atlanta or something. I don't know. I mean, same thing with Texas, Oklahoma. Instead of putting it at Texas State. No! First down, Georgia. No, it's stupid nada again. But, like, maybe I like that Texas, Oklahoma is at the Cotton Bowl during the Texas State Fair. I love that. First down, and they throw it out, and let me guess, it's nada again. Yep, it is to nada. What a surprise. That's 4 straight. Now Georgia's close to scoring. They thought they were going to be able to score a field goal. Now they have 15 seconds and could potentially score a touchdown. Yay! 2nd and 1 for Georgia. But, like, I love that with Oklahoma and Texas. It's like one side is crimson and the other side is burnt orange. It's not like at Oklahoma Stadium. I think it's called Gaylord Perry Stadium. And I also like that it's not at Texas at the Longhorn Stadium, whatever that stadium is called. Same thing with Georgia, Florida. I love that it's a neutral site game. But again, don't get my words twisted. I'm not saying all rivalry games should be neutral site. I'm just saying I love that with these two rivalries. I love that they're neutral site. But one team is designated the home team. Georgia has not rushed it at all on this shot. In 35 seconds, they've thrown it for 66 yards. So 15 seconds left. 2nd and 1. Nada is not on the field. And I think there are some shirtless dudes who painted their entire upper bodies red and wrote a letter to spell the word dogs. That's kind of cool. But, first down, Georgia. 10 seconds left. Come on, defense. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, you're supposed to close out the half strong. This is not a strong half closeout. Not a strong half closeout at all. Ay, ay, ay. 9 seconds to go. 10-7 Georgia. Come on, Florida. Come on, Gators. Let's get the defensive stop. Pass. Nope. Knocked away. 6 seconds left. Now does Georgia try one more play to get a touchdown? And wow. If McWilliams gets 2 hands on that ball instead of just going for the knockaway, he probably intercepts that. But he does not. 6 seconds now. And Florida calls timeout. That's their last timeout of the half. So Georgia has 2 timeouts left. Florida has 0. 6 seconds left. 10-7 Georgia. but but the Bulldogs have 10, or have second and goal. Speaking of Bulldogs, I think the Cleveland Browns need to change their name. I know that's kind of out of left field, but let me explain. The nickname for their stadium is the Dog Pound, DAWG. I think Georgia also calls their nickname is the Dogs, DAWGS. But yeah, the Browns stadium, the name many Browns fans call the stadium is Dog Pound. The Browns mascot is a dog named Chompers, and the Browns actually have a physical dog. And Georgia's, so I don't know, maybe the Browns should change their name to, I don't know, Huskies or Bulldogs or something. I mean, I get why they're named Browns because of Paul Brown, but I don't know. Well, Georgia's going for a field goal, 10-7, and the kick is good. So it is 13-7 Georgia, with 2 seconds left. And Georgia goes up by 6. Oh, that's such a stupid commercial. Yeah, so Rodrigo Blankenship makes a 22-yard field goal, making the score Georgia 13, Florida 7, with 6 seconds remaining. I thought it was 2 seconds remaining. Yeah. So, we're not out of this game. Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're only down by 6. Yeah, we're only down 6. It's a squib kick, and Florida just takes the knee, and that's how the first half will end. So at halftime, the score, the Georgia Bulldogs 13, and your Florida Gators 7. So that's going to do it for this first half live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, punch that like button like a UFC fighter, and punch that subscribe button. And I will see you in the second half. But until then, this is Unger to the Max signing off by saying, go Cavs, go Cavaliers, beat the Pacers, go Blue Jackets, win your next game, whoever that's against. Go Gators, let's come back and beat the Bulldogs. Yeah. So I will see you in the second half.